Hello, music lovers, vinyl community, and such out there in the internet webs. I'm Russ Shaw, and these are the records that I got at the record show in Seattle, as promised in the last video. Dana didn't go, right?
Yeah.
It was expensive. She's like, it's usually so expensive. But I did find some pretty good deals. The key is to kind of wait. But then you might miss out, right? There's that FOMO going on. This was a great find. Been looking for this record for flippin' ever. And it's a little, I'll admit it's a little scratchy. It's kind of a scratchy copy. It was $10, you know? But usually when I see this record, even scratchy, around here, it goes for a lot of money. But this is, man, talk about driving music. This is some killer stuff. My friend Sean over there, Sean Spins, this is like his go-to driving record right here. Highway Star, I mean, space trucking, Pictures from Home, and of course Smoke on the Water. Legendary. Machine Head. Got that one, Machine Head by Deep Purple. The gatefold. All right, and what else do we find there at the show? I found a really good copy of The Doors live at Hollywood Bowl. This is a re-release, and I've heard the early ones don't sound that great, and these are remastered or whatever. This is 1987. Elektra Records released this one. And it says, it's funny, it says, the complete concert is available on video cassette, record, and at the video stores. Right there, you rent that at your video store right there. 1987 re-release of this concert that took place July 5th, 1968. I was a little less than a month old. My dog Gunner over there is drinking water. There you go. Lap it up, big boy. Makes you thirsty here and there, don't you? Don't it? Just pipe that in. Gunner's like 15 years old, by the way, and he has 3 legs. He's a lab. He's getting up there. He's an old man. How you doing, Gunner? Yes, the workday's done. I'm taking off the jacket. This is my vintage, what do you call it? MTV shirt. Headbangers Ball. Who remembers Headbangers Ball? Hit the like, I don't know. Comment in the thing below. If you ever watched this on MTV, you're probably old like me. The Gen X old, like, Headbangers Ball is going to be on. There's a lot of cool hosts and stuff over the years. But this video is about records I found at the record show. This was in the Dizzy collection that Mazzy was selling. And got this. This has been a hard one for me to find as well. I finally found this on vinyl. Now I have it on CD, cassette tape, and the vinyl. I got the wax. And it's in great shape. And whoever this cat is that Mazzy is selling records for really took care of their collection. Like, everything is in these static guard sleeves, which is cool. We get static in this house, so putting vinyl in anything that's not just a paper sleeve. I mean, paper sleeves are fine if you don't have a lot of static. I got like electric heater, turntable, just poppity clickety pop. Trying to cut down on that. So yeah, these records all came with. Here's another one that I got. This is Miles Davis. Got some jazz. And this is from Italy. Miles Davis. Pinocchio. Miles runs the woo down. Woo down. Woo doo down. Yes. Miles Davis. Look forward to giving that a spin. Now this record, so I thought I would just do this video without a lot of editing, so there's not going to be any like Giphies or me cutting a lot of stuff up in this video. I'm just hanging out with you. This isn't live. I'm putting it up, but you know, I get fatigued by some of my editing. And I know some of you guys appreciate it. And thanks for commenting. I appreciate that. You guys are, yeah, the editing is pretty cool. So thanks, because it's a lot of work. But it's about the music, right? It's more about the music than it is the editing and making a fancy video. Johnny Cash. This record I've been looking for a long time. Found it at the record show for $15. Bitter Tears. There's a lot of controversy around this record. When Johnny first released it, this record is about how crappy we've treated Indian Americans, Native Americans in this country. I am 1/8. No, I'm 1/16. My dad is 1/8, so I would be 1/16, the Umatilla Indian from a tribe in Oregon. I'm still a white guy. Like, I ain't getting any casino money or anything like that. I don't try and brag about being a Native American over here. But it is true, the way that there's not a lot of history, you know. There's a lot of, I don't want to try and get political. This record's kind of political. And basically, it's Johnny Cash telling the truth about how Americans first settled this country and treated the American Indians. And if you know Johnny Cash, like everyone loved Johnny Cash back then, so, you know, especially the flag-waving Americans, right? And Johnny Cash did songs about America, and then he releases this. And there's radio stations that wouldn't play. You probably haven't heard of this record because it was kind of like blackballed by certain radio stations. They said it was too much. We're supposed to be the heroes, white American, you know, settlers, and we brought Jesus and capitalism, and it's supposed to be great. And this is not. This is a, you know, hey, what about the Native Americans? What about how we treated them? How we're treating them now as he recorded this.
General Custer come in pumping when the men were out a hunting. But the general, he don't ride well anymore. With victories he was swimming, he killed children, dogs, and women. But the general, he don't ride well anymore.
He was in the depths of his drug addiction at this time too. But it makes sense to me that he was looking for some power greater than himself to cling to that was even apart from his faith. And these profound social issues and people resonated with him so deeply. They were part of his own woundedness.
Remember that once we owned this land.
At that moment, 1964, you know, the Civil Rights Act had just been signed. He didn't understand why people didn't equate what was happening to Native Americans with what was happening in this country to African Americans. His point of view is that this is the same issue. This is human rights.
The way I look at this record, in a spiritual sense, it preceded the American Indian movement. It preceded people that were going to get involved directly. And it gave some freedom for people to think about it. Not Indian people were ready to roll, but I think this record was giving non-Indian people a chance to deeply think. It's like reading the book, Bury My Heart, a Wounded Knee. That's how powerful this record is.
Beautiful, beautiful Johnny Cash. Got it from punkvinyls.com. So I had to edit this part in because I forgot a record. I was editing this together and I'm like, wait, there was a record on the turntable. I was rushing through it. This This is the record that I was looking for. Well, another one that I was looking for. It wasn't necessarily on my list, but I found it in a really good condition. Again, I think this was out of the Dizzy collection, Aerosmith Live bootleg, gatefold. Really good live album by the Rockin' Boys from Boston. Kicks off Back in the Saddle, Sweet Emotion, Toys in the Attic, Mother Popcorn, right? Sick as a Dog, Come Together, that cover, Last Child. This was performed 1977, 1978. This record came out in 1978. I saw Aerosmith Done with Mirrors tour, me and my buddy Dave back in the 80s. And then my wife and I went and saw the Honkin' on Bobo tour, and saw Aerosmith live again in their 2000s, mid-2000s. I was like, I can't remember what year that was. 2010, 2009, somewhere in that neighborhood. Great show. Still, man, kicking it after all those years. But this is some great stuff from the 70s. Lenny Kravitz opened for Aerosmith during that show too, so it's really cool to see Lenny as well doing his stuff. But yeah, glad to add this to the collection. I got it at the record show out there in the Armory at the Seattle Center, wearing my Motley Crue shirt. Here's some other records we got. This is some this is dollar bin stuff right here. April Wine. It's the one with the dog on it. I like some April Wine. We haven't even listened to this one yet.
You got that for $1?
I got this for $1. I got this out of the dollar bin.
At the Seattle Center?
No.
Oh, okay.
At Daybreak Records.
I was gonna say that's why I would have. Yeah, Daybreak.
See that? She's like, you ain't gonna find nothing this cool for $1 at the record show. This would be at least $10. It's a little scratchy. Again, it's a promo. You can see the promo stamp on there. It's funny how you see I've bought so many records that say "Do not sell, not for sale." I mean, the wax isn't in bad shape actually. Look at that. It's a little dusty, but you know, that happens. Okay, this one was $5. Speaking of cars and music, Surf and Drag. This is it's a comp. It's got Surf and Safari by the Beach Boys, Little Deuce Coupe, Jan and Dean, Safaris, The Kingsmen with Louie. It's a car song. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of pretty cool, a lot of cool stuff. Hey, cat, get off the records. There's like a cat on the records, black cat on the records. I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck. This one was like $7 at Daybreak. This is Best of the Yardbirds, man. Freaking Yardbirds. This has got some miles on it too. Like somebody might have. No, it's not tape. They just stamped the. That's how they did it back in the day. I thought it was tape on there. That's just the record jacket. Just stuck a piece of sticker paper on there. Hits from the Yardbirds. Greatest hits, the Yardbirds. I like a greatest hits album. I'm not embarrassed to tell you. I'll spin the greatest hits. Here's another one I got for $1. It's Tommy Shaw, huh? Anybody? Tommy Shaw? Not related. Not related to me. Yours truly. Tommy Shaw was a singer for the Styx, the damn Yankees. Tommy Shaw did his thing. Tommy Shaw is a freaking legend, and he had a solo career, and this is one of the records from that. So that's pretty cool. Dire Straits, this one was $7 at Daybreak Records. It's a beautiful, beautiful record. Mark Kaufner. I know I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. But I like me some Dire Straits, especially as I get older. Of going back to some of that stuff. And the year I was born, 1968. The year my wife was born, 1969. Tomorrow is our anniversary. Right? No, Saturday's our anniversary. Tomorrow's the 30th. It's the 31st.
Friday.
We were going to get married on April 1st, but we have a bunch of chucklehead friends. So we were...
Family, actually.
And my family and stuff, yeah. We were afraid people were be punking us on our wedding
No, they
day
said we
or
can't do that. We
anniversary.
cannot
You
have
can't have it on April Fool's
I still
Day.
would have.
Right?
Nowadays, I would just do it anyways.
March 31st is still cool. We like that. We're still spring. We ain't spring chickens anymore, but anyway. 1968, 1969 reminded me of our relationship, and this was $5. It's a comp. Creedence Clearwater Revival with all the hits, and the covers, right? Put a Spell on You, Susie Q. This came out before, some of the other hits because they didn't have as many hits when this came out, I suppose. Proud Mary. Yeah. Born on the Bayou. What kind of new records did we get? I know I shared the Måneskin record. This is a kick-ass rock and roll band. Excuse my language. like there's an excuse. This thing is cockeyed a little bit. There we go. How's that? That's better. Anyway, speaking of Italy, this is the best thing to come out of Italy since pizza. Since freaking pizza. I kid you not. Måneskin. If you haven't heard of them, you gotta check them out. So here's some new to us kind of records that we got recently. I just bought this today because the freaking Walmart near our house is going out of business. So they're selling everything. This is a comp that was there. This thing is cool. This record freaking pops, man. Belle Biv DeVoe with Poison. That girl's poison. You know what I'm saying? Push it, Salt and Pepper. Are you kidding me? This is all the great hip-hop hits from back in the day. Let's just push it. I do it pretty good, don't I?
Push it real.
Push it real good. Motown Philly, Boys to Men. I'm not a huge Boys to Men guy, but that song, man, that's a killer song. Queen Latifah, Unity, No Diggity. Man, Blackstreet. Fight the Power, Public Enemy. Fight the Power, Fight the Power. Oh, you gotta see the Wax. Oh, heck, you gotta see the Wax. Look at that. That's pretty freaking cool. Purpley, marbly Wax. Don't sound too bad either. And it came in a static appropriate sleeve. I will talk about how much I like a static appropriate sleeve because static is like fleas in this house. We don't like fleas, we don't like static. There's things we've got to do. Okay, so I saw this in the record store and I'm like, you know what? I want this record, but the price was kind of high. But then I saw, oh man, are you kidding me? And I know some of you don't care that much about this, but I do. I like it. I'm a sucker for some colored vinyl. Look at that. Huh? Jamaica Man. Bob Marley and the Wailers. This is with all the great tunes on it. No Woman, No Cry, Three Little Birds. Man, when things get rough and when you think it's all over and when life really sucks, putting on Three Little Birds is just a great song to awaken some stuff going on, right? Jamming, we be jamming. I mean, this whole record is awesome. This is also a fun fact. This is on the list of the best-selling albums in human history, all right? Like, this is been on the charts for, I think it's second or third, I can't remember, under Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon is this album by Bob Marley and the Wailers. Going with some more hip hop. Got the Fugees, re-release of the Fugees. This is just a cool record. It's got the gatefold, Fugees. Love that. Speaking of No Woman, No Cry, there's a cover of that. I think the biggest hit on this record was the cover of
softly with his song. Your L-foot, take me to the bridge.
Killing Me Softly. See? Had to go and throw an edit in there. I just couldn't get away. I mean, there's songs that are covered, and then there's songs that are covered like really well, where they make it their own. And that was a huge hit for them. That re-release of that song, and these folks, just amazing artists. Great record. Glad we have it in our collection. H.E.R. What does H.E.R. stand for? Gabriella Sorianto, I can't remember her full name. Having Everything Revealed. This is like her first record. Again, going through a tough time, heartbreak, breakup, kind of a record that she put out. It's a double LP. We got a great deal on this too. It was like less than $20 for this double LP. It's her first, I think it's her first big record. Having Everything Revealed is something that artists do. And I don't care whether you're doing a YouTube channel, you write songs, you make films, whatever it is you do, we put yourself out in the world in front of other people, having everything revealed, like we pull layers off ourselves, and just putting yourself in front of a camera can be daunting and a bit scary, because people are mean, you know. Anytime you do something like this, like, people are they're gonna pick you apart. That's just, people just do that for whatever, you know, insecurities that they have. They have to come after people that have the courage and the bravery to stand out there with having everything revealed. And not everything for myself, right? I mean, but that is a beautiful description of how art works. Having things revealed. She's an amazing guitar player too. Like, she did a thing with it was like Fender, or I think it was Fender. She did a little video with. I'll put a link in the description. And this woman can play guitar. Amazing. Bringing some rock and roll back. But not in this album. This album is mostly hip hop. But that's okay. But she's a wonderful, amazing guitarist. And that is it for me in this video. If you like the video, hit the like button. It's right down there. It's not that hard. Just, you know, it doesn't cost you anything. It's just right there. And subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around, if you want to see what's going on. I'd love to see you again. My name is Russ, and is that something that's stupid? I shouldn't do that. I think Joe Biden does that, doesn't he? Is that something Joe Biden does? Like, he's made aviators like not cool anymore. I don't know if I can wear my aviators anymore. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to get political out here, all right? I'm not happy with presidents in the last 20 years or so. So if we had a good one, God help us all. And thanks for watching. Bye.